Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. I hope you've had a great Christmas. Maybe some of you are still celebrating or you're still on holiday. Hopefully you've got a good Christmas break and you're all relaxed and having just a really, really good time. Now, today, as promised, we're going to look at how you can thrive in your career. So the last video I posted was all about business owners and what you can do to succeed in 2025 from a business owner perspective. But today we're going to look at those who are not business owners, who are in a career, who are employed, and I want to find out more about what you can do from a Ziemenduncia perspective to succeed in your career and make the best of it. So, first things first, you need to plot your team and destiny chart. You can go to the link I've got here on the screen, and the link will also be posted in the description to the video. So just copy paste and make sure that you input your time of birth as well. This is critical to get the correct Ziemenduncia chart. Without the correct time of birth, you may not get the accurate result. You may still get a chart, but it's not going to be accurate. Now, this is your destiny chart, and it will look more or less like this. For some of you, it's in a gray color scale. For some, in orange. Don't worry. It just depends on the time of year that you're born in. So don't worry too much about the look of it. What we are looking for, however, is your career palace or your career box. And this is the one that has the open door. So for this person, the open door is in the west sector. For you, it may be anywhere else. So the open door or the doors are located at the bottom center of each palace. So take a look at where your open door is. It could be in the west, like here, or maybe southwest, south, southeast, east, northeast, north, or in the northwest. So one of these palaces, one of these boxes will contain your career aspect. You can also find it here where it says career. So very easy, you can find it there. Now, depending on which palace it is located in, you will be met with different annual Zeeman energies that can then tell you what you need to do in your career or in your employment situation to thrive and succeed. So for those of you who have the open door or the career palace in the north, so if you are here, if you are in the north, then your key to success in your career is building up a strong reputation. Build your personal branding within your organization. What are you known for? Some people are known for always being late. This is probably not the recognition or the reputation you want to get promoted. Some people are known to just do the bare minimum. Again, this is not going to help you. So, take a hard look at yourself and maybe ask your colleagues about what it is that you're known for in your department, in your team, in your organization, and then build a better reputation and name through persistent action. So this is key. You need to be then persistent in what you're doing. So not just spend a week on being extra proactive, but rather do this consistently throughout the year. This can then help you get a promotion and take on new roles and responsibilities. So if you are being offered a new role or a new position, then make sure that that you're taking that on board and then that you're stepping up. This will definitely help you. Now, there is a slight indication that you will face some sort of crisis in your career. You need to fix it, and if you can fix that, your reputation will increase even further. So this is something, I mean, the crisis is not something that you need to be scared of too much, but there will be some sort of situation where your problem solving skills are being called on. And if you manage to face that challenge in a successful way, your reputation will really, really take off. And what would also help you in your career in 2025 is if you become a subject matter expert, become an expert at something. It may be a computer skill, or it may be some sort of soft skill, or just become an expert in something that helps your team and helps your department. Now, next is if you have if your career palace is in the Northwest. So if your open door is in the Northwest, then you need to learn and upskill. There may be some, training courses offered to you, take them. Or if you realize that there's some sort of skill that you are lacking and it may not be offered by your company, then take the initiative and take this course in your off time, but take a course and upskill, learn something new. There will likely be some setbacks in 2025 in your career, but they're mostly because you're lacking the courage to step up. So as long as you have the courage to tackle every task that is coming your way, you're going to be successful. And you need to learn to be a better team player as well, so you can mend relationships within your team, within your department, maybe even with your boss. So this is something quite important. Lean on your relationships and make sure that you get along with the people. And ideally, if you have the opportunity to maybe mentor someone, so maybe there's a new team member or a junior team member, take them under your wing and mentor them. Or alternatively, you become a mentee. Yeah, look for a mentor you can learn from to become better at what you're doing. Now, if you have the open door in the West sector, like this person here, so this is your career box or your career palace, then you may be facing quite a few challenges in 2025, which doesn't mean that you can't succeed, but it's probably not going to be all that smooth. You need to be very, very careful and embrace change. That's absolute key. You need to stay positive in the face of massive challenges and really embrace change, even if on the surface that change looks like it's the worst thing that ever happened to you. Embrace it and make the best of it. You really need to change the strategy with which you approach your career, or else the environment or the workplace will destroy you. And that's definitely not what we're looking for. So there is a risk of a big change in your career to the negative if you do not manage to adapt to new circumstances. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you lose your job, but if you're just stubbornly hold on to what is the status quo, then you may be made redundant. So you need to go with the flow. You need to change. Ask to maybe be changed to a new department. That is definitely good for you, because that will also teach you new things, and you then sort of like this forecast of an environmental change within your job is being fulfilled. So maybe be asked to be changed to a different team or a different department, or changed to a new responsibility, but make sure that you change something up, or else the change will be made for you. Now, the next one is the Southwest sector. So if your open door is in the Southwest sector, then that sector is your career palace. And in that case, it would be really profitable for you if you could get into the revenue stream or the finance department of your company, or maybe you manage the profit loss for projects. If that is not possible for whatever reason, then try to find a possible side income, add ideas and value to the company. So, how could you make the company more profitable? Even if you're just a small potato in the company, but you may have a brilliant idea. Bring that brilliant idea to someone who is willing to listen, and then maybe even implements that idea. Ideally, you would try to implement or try to use new technologies as well to create new products or services for the company, or just maybe new internal processes. Again, it doesn't matter where you are, where you work in the company. Everyone has some idea on how to make things better or smoother. And most people that just sit on their ideas and they're not really communicating them. And for you, it's important that you do communicate it, and make sure that someone listens and hopefully implements it. Use new technology to help the company. Maybe you're an expert at AI, and you find some way of using it to make one process simpler and more convenient for clients to use. Definitely bring that up in a conversation with your superior. Then the next one is the South sector. So if in case you have your career palace in the South, then this is also a bit of a tricky sector for 2025. So similar to the West, there may be some difficulties because it shows that you are experiencing some blocks in your career. So you feel sort of blocked, or there's a lot of obstacles, and it makes it very difficult to move forward. It also seems like you're almost invisible in the company. Like if there's a promotion being discussed, and you may be the perfect fit or the natural fit, but somehow your name doesn't even come up. So what's important if you have your career palace in the South for 2025 is that you keep a record of all your achievements and everything you do. Otherwise, even you or your boss will completely forget about them. And really sort of like maintain a journal of your achievements, of everything you've done, and present this at the end of the year to your boss when it's time for job evaluation, for example, because then being able to prove what you've done, being able to prove your worth can lead to a career advancement, but you have to be diligent with keeping a record of everything you've done. Then next up, we've got the Southeast here. So the Southeast, if that is your career palace, it asks you to reprioritize and reorganize your work. So align your efforts with your department's goals and your company's strategy. You may have to stand up and fight for what is yours, or for what you deserve, or else you won't get it. So again, with a promotion, you may actually have to really, really fight to get a particular promotion if you want it. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. But if you fight, if you stand up, if you make yourself heard, there's a good chance to get it. So this is key. So things are not just going to fall into your lap. You have to actually fight for them, and making sure that whatever career goals you have, that they match the goals, the overall company goals, and the overall department or team goals for the team that you have as well. Then we have the East sector here. So if your career palace is in the East, then you need to learn to articulate your vision and your goals and your direction to the team. Speak clearly, and you will be seen as a leader. So it's all about how you are being seen by the people you work for, the people who work for you, and your team or your department. It's really, really critical this year that you will learn to communicate your vision or your goals or your strategies. So you have to learn to speak and present. And if you can do that, you will be paid more. Because the energies that you have coming in really, really help you take your team or your department to the next level, as long as everybody rallies around the same strategy or the same vision. And in order to do that, you first need to communicate that effectively. And also, if you have the career palace in the East, there is an opportunity for an increase in income or getting a bonus, but again, that depends on how well you articulate your vision and how well you lead your team. And then lastly, of course, we've got the Northeast sector here. So if this is your career palace, then your goal for 2025 should be to gain followers and sort of like a support network of people around you in your department, in your company, get mentors, get people who really lift you up. And also make sure that you get access to quality information. So make sure that you mingle with those people who seem to be in the know, who seem to know way ahead of time where the company is going, because that will help you align yourself with the company and will help you make more money. It can also help contribute to getting a promotion. So really make sure you associate yourself with the people who are in the know. They don't necessarily have to be the higher ups. It can be people who just for some reason they always sort of like have an ear to the ground and they know exactly what's going on. All right. So these are the ways you can thrive in your career in 2025, depending on your team and destiny chart. Now, of course, if you would like to have a more comprehensive reading, get in touch with me. My email address is in the description to the video. I'll be happy to have a closer look at what you can do from a career perspective to make this a really, really successful year. But in the meantime, this is already very comprehensive. And as long as you follow those steps and keep them in mind throughout the year, you'll be doing okay. If you do have any questions, any comments, please put them in the comment section below. And please do give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with anybody who may find this useful or interesting. And please subscribe to my channel so we can grow this community even further. All right. See you guys next time.